So I had to take some time to kind of let the loss digest. It was a hurtful loss. It sucked because it was a game that we could have won. It was a game that we weren't playing up to our potential, but we were still in the game. Even with the way the season ended, given the circumstances of the team, having a brand new coaching staff, new and old players, learning everything new system, everything, a new way of going about things, So I think with everything taken into consideration, it was a successful season. So, am I happy? I'm happy at the progression. I'm happy with the direction that Chip Kelly has taken this team. And Nick Foles, man, I was saying this in training camp, that I would not have been surprised if Nick Foles beat out Michael Vick for the starting job. It didn't happen, but once Foles got his shot in the regular season, then he just took it and ran, which honestly it didn't surprise me. What surprised me is how fast he excelled, how good he did, So I didn't think anybody expected him to throw 29 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions. I don't think anybody expected him to throw 7 touchdowns against the Raiders, So that I just think everything is looking good. You need to shore up a few positions, like safety, a couple of other positions. But I don't think we're far off at all, really. I don't know about this Deshaun Jackson situation, pretty much, almost immediately coming out saying he needs a raise, come on. The kid had a great season. Don't get me wrong. He had a great season. But this is the second time he's done this. And I, to my knowledge, I think I seen a headline somewhere where the Eagles, they're not going to restructure his contract. They're not going to give him a raise, nothing like that. So if anybody has more details on that, then fill me in. But that's the headline that I seen. Not exact words, but So I believe that we had a team that can contend with everybody in the NFC. If we would have beaten the Saints and we would have come here where I'm at. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if the Eagles would have won, they would have been coming here to play the Panthers on Sunday. I would have been there, but anyway, with that being said, there's not a team in the NFC that I don't think we can contend with. I do think that Seattle would have obviously been the toughest matchup. But the Saints were a better team. They pulled it out. We took that 2-point lead, and we just left them too much time. We left the Saints too much time to go down the field and kick a field goal to win it, which they did. And it was funny because not funny, but it was kind of crazy because I was in the first half, Alex Henry, when he missed that field goal, I had said to somebody that I hope that don't come back to bite us. And it did. And, that Riley Cooper drop pass, that was big. That was big at the time, but, it is what it is. But, man, this has been a great season. NFC East champions, did one of those worst to first things. So it's nice, man. My head is up. My head is, confident, man. I'm just confident with this team. So I have my flag still flying. You know, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the playoffs. I'm not pulling for anybody in particular. I just want to see some good games. As long as the Patriots get knocked out, then I'm good. So other than that, I'm just wanting to see some good football. So with that being said, peace. Go Birds. Always.